Hello, this is Dave from Retired Time Productions, and a new version of Magix Movie Edit Pro just came out. It's 2019, and I think it's time to talk about the best video format for YouTube when you're exporting a movie to YouTube. So let's do that now.
I'm Dave, and there's Tom.
Welcome to Retired Time Productions.
So the quick answer is MP4 is really the best format that I've found to export a movie. But let's say that we just created a movie. I've got some video objects here on the timeline, and say I want to go ahead and export this. I'm just going to hit this double arrow and just expand it out. We got our beginning and end markers right here. That's what those are. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is just go to File up here on the menu, go down to Export Movie, and then go to MP4. Now once in there, you want to choose a format for your video. Just because we picked MP4 doesn't mean we have exactly what we need yet. What we can do is check this box right here to display all the different formats, pull it down, and find the one that's best for you. In my case, I'm using 1080p, so I'm going to go down here and choose 1080p. Now you have the option of choosing 1080p with a certain frame rate. So pick the frame rate that's best for your camera, that matches your camera. With mine, I've been using basically 24 frames a second, and then I use sometimes 2997, so just make up your mind. I'm going to choose this one. I'm going to actually go with 2997 just for this demo. Okay, but remember you can change that right here. So you still got all the settings for the frame rate right here. You can also change the resolution right there as well. But I'm just going to start out with that one. Let's go into Advanced and check to make sure our average bit rate is what we want. This is 24,000, which is a good bit rate. And then we have the maximum bit rate of 30,000. That was just chosen by the program. I think that's fine. Everything down here looks fine to me. And the sound is good at 48,000 and 160 for the bit rate. So everything looks pretty good to me. This usually matches what your frame rate is, or very close to it. So I've got that maximum GOP length at 30. Everything looks fine. Now this will make a fairly good size file if you are into making long movies. You know, if you're only making 10-minute movies, this should be just fine. Now if your movie is over 10 minutes, you might want to reduce the bit rate a little bit to accommodate that larger file size that you're going to get. So often I just come in here and knock this down to 19 right here and 24 right here, like that. And that makes the file size just a little bit smaller. So you can do that too. I'll show you that one more time. There it is, 19 and 24,000. And this still matches the frame rate of around 30. So that should do it to keep the file size down, to make it more manageable. Once you pick the one you like, for example this one I picked before, which was this one, and you've checked Advanced, make sure this is fine, which it is, then you can go ahead and save that as a preset so that next time you don't have to go through all that process. I'm going to choose Export Preset right here, and you can see I've saved some before, and I could do that again. Let's go with 1080p, and I'll make this, let's go in here and make this 29.97 just so we know that, and we'll just make it, this is going to be my high res one. I'll just do that so we know that's not standard. I'm going to save it. Okay, from now on I can take this checkbox back off because I don't need all those formats. I just need these, so I can see right there my favorite format. So that's how you save a preset. Okay, now that everything's set up for MP4, you can check in here, make sure your file extension is MP4, and it should be. So there you go. Now all you have to do is go ahead and export it. And to do that, you just click OK. Now you notice I have Export Selected Range Only selected right here. And all that does is selects the portion of your movie that's between the range markers, like between this range marker and that one. So you could slide these range markers to pick just a section of the video if you wanted to export it. But you don't have to have that checkbox on if you don't want it. You can leave it off like that and it'll just get the whole movie. I usually leave it on just to make sure that I'm getting what I want. You can apply the anti-alias filter as well. That just suppresses flickering. I usually leave that one on. And you can calculate video effects in the GPU on your video card if you want to. It might help speed it up if you've got a lot of transitions, but I usually don't put it on. Okay, and then you just click OK, and you're off and running. So after your movie is exported, sometimes it's hard to figure out where it went. Now I happen to know it's down in my movies folder, which I send it to, so here it is right here. But supposing you didn't know where it went, well, what you can do is you can go up to export just like you did before. File, export, MPEG-4, and just pretend you're going to export it again. And you can look right in here and you can see where it's going right there. See? I know it's going in my P drive on my movies MEP folder, and there's the title of the movie. Now if you wanted to change where it's going, suppose you didn't like that, just click this folder and then navigate to a folder of your desire. So you can just do this and then hit save, and now it'll go there, which is the same place I had it. So that's all there is to it, and then you can click OK and export it, and it'll remember this format. Now once your movie is exported, you can go to that folder and find it right here. There it is. And if you want to upload it to YouTube, here I am in my video manager on YouTube. You can see right here, video manager, videos. And just click this little camera with a plus on it. Upload a video. And then you can just drag the file right onto this place right here to upload it. Before you do, you might want to select what you want it to be, whether it's public, unlisted, private, or scheduled. A lot of times I'll use scheduled and just schedule it for when I want to do it. But you just pick one and then take your movie. Let me bring this back over so you can see it. Okay, then just take your movie and just drag it right on there and drop it. You can also navigate to it if you want to. You can click this and then navigate and find it. Either way. And then it'll upload, and that's pretty much all there is to uploading it. Of course, once you get it on there, then you can do all of your configuration that you do in YouTube, but I won't get into that right here. I'm just concentrating on the MPEG-4 format. So that's all there is to it. I hope that helps. And I just wanted to make this quick video to show you the MPEG-4 format, which works very well with YouTube. Okay, see you next time.